Turn on my headphone. I can't hear my snare.
Turn my headphones up.
Ladies and gentlemen and lowlives, thank you for tuning into the weekly Emo Brown podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people listed below, but more importantly today, brought to you by the big homies over at Tribal Streetwear since 1989, like a fine wine, tasting you like swine.
So sick.
Amor, pelao.
The ring.
I just had to fucking throw that out there.
Official.
I just had to fucking throw that out
every
there,
photo.
bro.
It's in every photo.
It's just gotta be thrown out
There's
there.
more pictures of your ring than your kids on your Instagram.
And that's for a reason.
They don't shine.
That's for a reason, bro.
That's so shiny.
Does your wife like you sharing pictures of the kids? Real talk. Let's get serious.
I mean, I used to think it was like a show of endearment, but now it gets risky, man, with all the shit that they can do to just extract your persona and then put you in a fucking weird video. I'm thinking about it. I don't like it as I don't think we should be doing it so often.
I really don't. I do it on my personal page, which is private, and every now and then I go through there and with a fine tooth comb, I remove people.
I've just heard some really fucked up shit, man.
Share it with the crowd. Let's get it.
People are taking photographs of just random children and stuff on the internet, and they're putting their photos and their faces into provocative situations online. And
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Lozano with the earth-shattering news this early in the freaking program, dog. Let's keep it happy.
All right.
Okay.
Apologist.
El compita hearing aid or whoever the fuck posted that.
Before we move on from the kid topic,
go
I
ahead.
do need to say this. Yes, it's weird that people can take your pictures and do whatever they want with them.
Go ahead.
They've already been able to do that. What's really the risky thing is putting just any information about your kid out there. Like a lot of people post like, this is my kid, named so-and-so, favorite color this, that. It's like people putting those stickers on the back of their cards like, this is how many targets you have. This one loves soccer. His name is Robert. Like, you really got to think about the information you put out more than just the pictures because they could do whatever they want with that anyway.
Look at BJ, dude.
Like,
Dropping some information.
your
Yeah, there you go.
kids.
More important, do you like this tee?
It's
you like this
fantastic,
shirt?
Steven.
Do you like this tee?
Do you like that tee?
Wow, he makes it look better.
I'm telling you,
Mine's
do we
actually a
have
tee.
the guest couch cam? Do you like
sure
this
do.
tee?
Woo! A ver.
Oh my God, you had one job. There it is!
Oh, it looks so nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hexes and his crew of bandits have gone behind the scenes and have upgraded, updated, revamped, revitalized, put some fresh air into the website. Go on there.
It's looking good.
Do the thing. Our shop is amazing. Look at that shop, dude.
Look at those angles.
All of
Boom.
those things. Bingo, bango. I like it in white. Oh, I like it in gray. Doesn't matter. We got them all, bro.
I like it.
Cruise down. You click one of those little links on the brand that you actually like, and then all the designs will come your way, prepackaged and sent out to you. We are sending out a member discount.
Oh, wow.
Member discount. If
Wow.
you're a member,
Tell
if
me
you're
more.
a Emo Brown Social Club member, you're going to be receiving an email with a special code where you can get upwards of like 30% off all of your
You're just
purchases.
giving it away.
Just
To
check the
members.
newsletter. all
To
right?
the members. Okay? Sign up for the newsletter. It's free. And all of those tidbits and all of those little things that we do here in the community within the HQ of Emo Brown will all be available to you soon.
But Steven, you have to be a member to get the member discount.
Lozano, how do you become a member of this thing of ours?
I actually think it's as easy as just visiting the Emo Brown website and clicking and opting in to subscribe.
Oh my God,
Or
there's a
even
little red
here,
bouton.
There are several buttons, several ways to do it.
You are a right bouton,
Don't
and
miss
that is
out.
a red bouton. Let's go. And you just jump in there.
And look at this guy.
Hey, real talk, dude. Real talk. Our
guy.
our website is top tier right now.
It's really
All right, look at you. We have
Jeff's
weekly
got a boner.
newsletters where we go ahead and have the J-Lo's block, right? I think it's called.
Oh, is that a thing?
Is that the one you
I'm
put on
still
there?
gonna be a
Jeffrey
thing?
from the block
Well,
is
I just
the
named it
original
that.
title.
That was just the article thing, but Jeffrey's block, is that going to be a...
Mine is the Champs Corner. J-Lo's block. BJ's, I don't know. BJ's
Bordello. BJ's Bordello.
BJ's down below.
We're sticking with
box.
barflies. Sticking with barflies.
The Barflies.
A
Yeah,
Boulevard.
Boulevard. How
monthly
about
appearances.
BJ's Boulevard?
Oh, nice.
BJ's Barrio.
Oh!
Barrio.
Barrio.
You're a barrio. Big ups, Colin. You're going to have an episode dropping this Wednesday where we brought in the homie from Cerveceria Transpeninsular, straight from Ensenada to your doorstep here on Adams Avenue. Uno Mas coming soon in June. Listen to Wednesday's Local Love. It's going to have all the updates, all the information you need to know about that show.
Yeah.
Great pool bringing him in. Add to you, Jeff. It's
a good
about
guy.
time you start pulling your weight around these places.
I like to bring people that are doing dope shit
Yeah.
on a show where we talk about people doing dope shit.
I mean, it's hand and mano. EmoBrown.com, weekly newsletter, merch, all of the shows. Sign up to become a member. You get a killer card. You get discounts all throughout South Bay and San Diego.
Even all the way to Solana Beach.
If you want to.
Wow.
If you want to, bro.
You don't have to even go all the way to Solana Beach.
No, apparently not.
We were talking when we did the interviews, the local love, con el compa Colin, about his upcoming new venture called Una Más. And we were talking about, hey, let's get these bikes out of retirement, dog. Ooh. Let's blow the dust off of these pedals. Simmer down, BJ.
Blow what?
You got my attention?
There's other things for you
Who's
to blow.
dust?
We haven't been riding bikes in a while because, I haven't because my kids have games on Saturday and now with travel on Sunday. So I'm unavailable. But they are in that nice little position right now where there is nothing going on the first couple of weeks of summer.
Ooh,
so I was talking to Chicle. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Gus. I was talking to Pro. I'm talking to you, knuckleheads. Said, let's get a little ride out. And then we took a time out because there's too many things going on in the bike world. But let's bring it back, if not at least for one ride, where we go support the homie and his new venture on Adams Avenue, Una Más. And let's get out there and ride. I'm taking my kids. One of them. So one of them is a strong rider.
A family endeavor.
Always has been, always will be.
Okay.
We're not going up a shit ton of hills. We're not fucking on the fucking freeway on ramp.
Going 100 miles?
We're just,
Well, where does it start?
Always at the brewery. Yeah.
So there's a route that you can just...
I don't know.
Google Maps.
I don't know. I never
I
go.
have zero clue. I'm
Google
sure
Maps will get you there.
Chicle will take care. Profe. Actually, Profe is our map maker.
Oh, wow.
Hexes should be our map maker.
No, he should not. No, he should not.
Strava.
No, he should not.
Why?
Every ride I've ever been on with Hexes, there's a pre-planned path, and then there's the Hexes path. And if you want to be there 3 hours later, then I go with Hexes.
Why? Is it like...
I don't know. He's just like, this is the way it's supposed to go. And
wait,
I
did it say
followed him
here?
one time.
Wait, I think I wrote this down. Hold on.
No, Hexes is crazy, bro. We love them, though.
We do.
Big ups Hexes and everything he's done back end with the Emo Brown brand, with the website and all the analytics and all of those crazy things. Big ups Gupta.
Big ups, friends of the show.
Big ups Gupta. Compa Julian. He is constantly just shelling out reels. I don't release them because most of them are lame.
Well, they don't make you look good.
Or you.
So
there's a couple. There's a couple on there, dude. Listen here, dog.
I'm sure there's more than
some loaded up in the chamber.
We'll release a lot more, but Gupta's killing it. We have a good, solid squad. I think we have a solid squad. Things are going well, and I think it's time to bring back the bike implements, and maybe not on a weekly basis, BJ.
What about bikes or hikes?
Bikes or hikes?
We were talking about our friend of the show, Paul Segura, being a big hiker.
Go ahead. Take a hike.
I can see the Emo Brown people crushing a couple 4-packs, going on a hike.
Take a hike with Emo Brown.
There's lots of good hiking in our community.
Absolutely, bro.
Do you like to drink when you do like a physical strenuous activity?
I don't like really drinking at all much anymore. I feel like, real talk. I know we've talked.
Come on, that's my job.
I feel like we've talked about it ad nauseum about, how we've changed and altered our lifestyle post 95 or 75 hard.
95, huh?
Imagine.
Next year.
I'm just saying.
He's just talking about his age.
I don't like drinking as much anymore.
Yeah.
I'll have a cocktail. Shit, I'm gonna have a cocktail today.
I know you were really excited about
I'm gonna have myself a nice little old fashioned a little later at the Elwood.
The Elwood makes really good old
Best in the
fashions.
South
Probably
Bay.
the best, yeah.
Best in the South Bay. I don't really like drinking. I had a carnita asada yesterday with the family, and usually I would get a couple caguamas, a little carta blanca action, or I'll stop by the brewery, pick up a 4-pack or so. Nah, bro, it just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
Yeah,
and I feel like it hits me a lot harder now.
Right.
I'm a big advocate for the greens, the devil's lettuce, la lechuga del diablo.
Wow.
I enjoy
you do
it.
that
At night before I go to sleep. Helps me get my REM a lot faster. And I'm talking about losing my religion, homie. I'm talking about that rapid eye movement sleep.
Yeah. Do you have outer? What is it? What is it when you would leave your body during a dream?
Yeah.
Astral projections?
Yes, I do.
You've done that?
Yeah, I've done it with. I don't have it with me right now, but one of our sponsors. You haven't.
Never have.
Microwave, dude. So Microwave has this product called Luna tinctures.
I've taken that.
A mushroom extract.
I love that stuff.
And I take it before I go to sleep. When I do take it,
you astral
heavily,
project.
I have. Real shit. I'm not even fucking with you. Like I
could definitely control my dreams more when I take it.
I become player one.
That's kind of like lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming.
I'm talking about the people that are going like, I left my body.
Yeah.
I saw myself asleep. I traveled. I met
That's
some
the other
dude.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't
don't
leave
know.
anywhere. I didn't leave anywhere. I was on our couch watching. What the fuck was the movie I was watching? It was like an old Sylvester Cobra.
Whoa.
Nice.
I don't know where, why, and how, but I remember I was just watching the movie Cobra, and I dozed off, and in my mind I thought I was awake. I opened up my eyes, and he's like fucking cutting the cold pizza with his fucking.
You were bored watching Cobra.
It happens.
You fell asleep.
It happens, and then I thought I got up and I walked to the bedroom. I got up, I walked, I fell, I woke up again, and I was back in the couch. I did that shit like 4 times, bro, before I realized,
You were practicing.
I'm in a dream. Like I'm in a dream state. And I had heavily dosed that the mushroom tincture that night.
I can't really take that Luna stuff all too often because I like to wake up early and get my workout in pretty early, and that thing is fucking relax. It relaxes me so much.
What
dude,
time do you go to sleep?
that I don't. Well, I it's because I kind of like the way that it really does make you feel really nice, calm. It really puts me to sleep, dude. But then I just can't wake up. Like I wake up and I'll like snooze my alarm. I'm like, no, I'm feeling too good. It relaxes me.
I say you do it. I think I'm going to start doing it more and more and more.
I love it,
I
though,
enjoy those. I enjoy the feeling of just being out.
Do you feel it with the other one? What is it called? The Sol? I don't
The
know.
other
what
one is Sunny.
Sunny.
And that is a hype machine.
Yeah, but do you take that one regularly?
Yeah.
Do you feel the difference?
I'm currently out of that one. If a certain sponsor would like to stop by
I have a tattoo here
studios.
that I think
Matching
signed
tattoo.
me up for
There it is,
product
bro.
for life.
Yeah, product for life. You see that little tincture? That's a mushroom.
We'll have it waiting for us when we take the walk over to the Asian bistro.
Dude, we have so many outstanding items that we need to take care of.
I'm gonna take Sunny before I walk.
The Rock, the movie, the follow along. When are we doing that? 2, the walk to the Asian bistro.
Walk.
Okay,
The
to
walk,
visit
the
the
rock?
homie Wa. First
Rock
we walk,
the walk.
then we rock.
Rock the walk, baby.
Got a lot of things going on, a lot of things to do. But right now, I feel none are more important than the current
Drinking.
situation going on in our country,
LA's
in our backyard,
Los Angeles,
in our neighbors to the north. It's been going out throughout the country, bro. What the fuck is going on, bro?
It's a good question. There is a lot happening. There's a lot of cars on fire, and there's a lot of pent up aggression. And honestly, the city has no response for it. So
Rightfully so. I feel like todo con medida, bro. ICE is fucking around and finding out. All of these people are fucking around finding out, dude.
100%.
Like, I think did they just, well, first off, this whole thing was based on a bed of lies. You know, people who voted for Trump, oh, I'm going to vote for him because we knew we need this, we need that, we need that. You got what you wanted, bro.
It's true.
And it's happening. And you're not fucking safe if you thought you were one of those, you know, we fuck around with Albert and Dientitos for Trump, but like legit hardcore Latinos for Trump who went out there, supported, they're getting a harsh dose of reality. No one is exempt from what's going on right now. ICE had initially said that they were going to go out for the criminals, for people who commit, are committing crimes, who are a danger to the society and to the community.
Yeah.
That ended up being a fucking flat-faced lie, bro. Because they're going to schools. They're going to small businesses. They're going to work sites. And they're just going in and taking everyone.
And this is going to be the response they get.
And
this
they're
is a response
getting it,
that is beyond, it's beyond whatever political agenda might be constituted or legal. They're talking about legal this and illegal that. I don't know how much of what they're doing is legal.
I don't know. When did it become dress code to roll in as an agent without like your name badge, wearing jeans and fucking, I don't know, Van slip-ons, and you're just out there wreaking havoc in these communities, bro? I feel like there's no accountability right now on their behalf. They're literally kidnapping people and not providing a shred of reason, due process, or anything. I feel like they're just, and then they're not to be seen again. So you just go down your social media, you're going to see a lot of these heartbreaking stories on what's going on with families being torn apart. Miss me with that bullshit. Well, you're here illegal, you're here that. Fuck all that. Create a process where people can legitimately apply for residency, and it happens in an orderly, streamlined fashion, and you avoid all of these things. This was just a Trojan horse that was brought to the doorsteps, and now they're unleashing, and they're taking away people that look like you, people that look like me, people that are, listen, my family's here because somebody along the line of the lineage in our background came here illegally.
Yeah.
Came here, established the roots, established the foundation, made it happen. Along the way, back then it was different. My mom is a citizen now. It was way different for her now. I have close homies. Big ups Julio Palacios. He is a citizen of this fine country now. Everything pointing to that path of getting a legal residency is gone, I feel. It's not as easy as it seems, and it's not what they're telling you and how it's going to be. They are picking up people who are going to their court appointments in order to follow through and become a resident of our country. And they're picking them up and taking them away, bro. That's some fucked up shit.
That's really fucked up.
So the response has been what the response has been.
Well, there's no other response. I mean, that's what are you going to do? It's automatically just going to lean to that pent up aggression, just being. It's a pressure cooker.
The long-term response is getting into office, putting somebody with a like-minded idea. That's a long-term response.
But you've already lost the trust. You've already lost the trust in the system. You know what I mean?
Trust,
well,
bro.
if there was any to begin with, let's say, you've already lost that trust. And so the route from peaceful to non-peaceful and aggressive is going to be a lot shorter because you just don't trust that anyone's going to do anything right. So what is the other... What else can you do? But
nothing. If you're the president, you're fucking federalizing the National Guard. You're sending those guys in. And you know, al Chile, you know some of those fools do not want to be boots on the ground, operating in this fashion, doing the dirty work.
I bet you there's more of them that actually disagree with this way of doing it than not.
Have you seen the last names on some of these guys?
Yeah.
Their last names are like ours, bro. Garcia, Lozano, Mendez, Acosta, like all, it's like, fuck. Like, how can you be in that position?
Do you think it's possible for those guys to say, fuck this, I'm against it, put down your shit and be like, hey,
yes, I think that's very possible.
I mean,
of course their job is going to be on the line or whatever, like the taking care of their family portion is on the line. But like, if you feel that strongly about it and you're like, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it.
I guess, bro. I mean, there's options.
Well, yeah, but I also think that they're also thinking about, I don't know, their own families, their own. And look, everybody has to put bread on the table, right? And right now, that's the big fight. The big fight is you're coming in and you're taking away the ability for a lot of these people to the opportunity to live a life.
It's crazy
that they can work, that they can be in a country where, well, I guess it depends on how far you want to go down that conversation, but at least a freer country than wherever it is that they were coming from, right? And now you're fear mongering, right? You're instituting a strategy that is just going to create chaos, aggression. Yeah,
and here is the elephant in the room. This is purposely, in my opinion, and it seems to be a common opinion amongst the masses, that all of this is being perpetuated on purpose in order to unlock other things that the government can do.
It usually, I think all conspiracy theories or actual just bona fide proof kind of leans that way. You realize that, hold on, there's some shady, fucked up shit that some organization or facet of the government was kind of poking a bear in there.
Hey, do this, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, do that, bro.
Yeah.
Pick your poison. You can listen to the governor and the mayor of LA, or you can listen to the administration. Both are bad. Both don't have the best interests of us in their fucking judgment and decision making.
Our governor didn't handle another situation in LA too well, so what's he gonna do about this?
In all honesty, like we're stuck in a position where the people of Los Angeles, they're taking shit into their own hands and saying, "Well, sabes qué? Wait, fuck you. Like, this is what you're gonna do us. You're gonna terrorize us. You're going to do these things. We are going to do certain things to make sure that we at least provide a little bit of space." To completely fucking derail what you guys are doing. You guys are going to have to do what you guys are going to want to do, bro. We're not going to advocate for this, that, or the other, but it's pretty obvious what's going on right now.
Well, the argument has always been people saying, don't you think that these protesters are taking it too far? And then the rebuttal would be, well, don't you think that the administration took it too far? And then you get to this weird limbo or this weird kind of like stance where you go, what's justified and what's not. And I think you need to have that sort of argument to get it distilled down to just a humanitarian thing where you just go, okay, yes, they might be doing this, and there's definitely some situations here where it might be overkill. Same, and maybe even more on the administrative and political side. But now we're just talking about people's lives.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. You don't do that. You're fucking
right?
You're separating families. You're terrorizing fucking a whole community. Legit ambushes, bro. ISIS hiding, waiting, popping up, doing things. Only the first time in 60 years, rather second time in 60 years, that an administration or a president has tapped the National Guard on the shoulder and said, hey, we need to have you come in and handle some shit. That's crazy already, bro.
There's always, in all of these situations across history, there's always going to be people that are just going to jump on and want to start a fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
That's just going to happen. But it shouldn't be this weird... It should be familiar enough for our government to know the differentiation and how to handle that.
Stay safe out there, bro. Stay safe out there. I have a horrible feeling that this is only the beginning on both sides of all things.
When's it coming
on
here?
Both sides. Well, I mean,
it already started. Would it be safe to say that it's kind of started, or before?
It's safe to say that it's not an isolated incident in just LA. It's safe to say that there's things happening in Nashville.
Let's talk about from the headlines. Was it just because we were close to South Park, or what was this? Because I don't know.
That was a message, bro. I feel like the president and his administration are strategic with the message that they're trying to convey. We're not fucking around. Yeah. And then we're going to do this and throw fucking what are those flashbang grenades, and we're going to show you guys that we're not messing around. This is real. And that's
where we were talking about the last time that we spoke on this. It was like they are flexing.
And I feel like that is what's elevating a regular protest and constitutionally protected right to protest is being escalated by the fucking administration and them putting in people to just kind of agitate. There's videos of people just legitimately voicing their opinions and concerns with what's going on currently and their disagreement and this dismay with it. And then you just see people just kind of pushing and shooting them with rubber bullets. Have you seen these rubber bullets, son? Wait, they're like fucking huge, and
they look like little hockey pucks.
Hard plastic.
And they all have like a metal rod in them.
That's not how you de-escalate a fucking situation, bro. So it's what's going on right now, and you know what? Our president, he's handling it by beefing with Elon Musk, and that's where his main priority in life right now. He's going through a tough
breakout, so he's taking up on us.
They're having a lovers quarrel in the midst of our country just deteriorating, and from the inside out, our president is going through a lover's quarrel with Elon Musk, dude. Well, no mames, bro. We're all kinds of fucked up right now.
And there's a lot more going on, right? Like me and Colin, we were talking about the pulling visas. They're pulling visas from Mexican governors, and dude, I think that there's this weird fucking just chaos mode activated across this full political spectrum. And it has to do with our neighbors to the south, and they're using it. You said it earlier, like a Trojan horse kind of thing, dude. And in every administration, probably there's been some sort of Trojan horse thing, where there's a saying that's what is it? It's never let a good crisis go to waste, and it's something like that, where some of these things might be literally exasperated on purpose, and then some of them are just happening, and the government's knee-jerk reaction is to pass a bill through this right now. Everybody's attention's over here.
Nobody's focusing on the prize.
Yeah, look it over here. Look it over here.
Bro.
You know what I mean? And there's so many of
and there's
those
a lot of things going on. The great big bill, big beautiful bill, the big beautiful bill, dude. I mean, on the record, some fucking Republicans say, dude, this is going to add almost $3 trillion to our fucking debt. Like, this isn't really something that's going to help us. And that's kind of where it kind of originated, the Elon Musk lovers quarrel with Trump. But I started listening to a bunch of fucking podcasts and reading a bunch of reviews. And I guess it initiated actually where NASA was going to be appointing somebody new, like a new director of operations. And it was one of Musk's buddies who's legitimately, I guess, the right person for the job. He has like the background and this, that, and the other. And then Trump said, nah, we're passing on that guy. We're not going to do it. And I guess on some articles, it's saying that is where the seed of fucking betrayal was started. And then that led to other shit escalating to the point where fucking Musk said, okay, wait. Show us the Epstein files, dog. Saca los pinches files.
You know why they're not showing those?
They're fighting like fucking little schoolyard weenies, bro. Like they're not. It's like, but
that is the political spectrum.
It's the most powerful man in the world against the richest man in the world, and we're all gonna fucking lose. Because already Musk said we're going to pull SpaceX from the program, and I think he's kind of stepped away from that and rescinded it a little bit. That has ramifications because without that, there is no space exploration at the level it's currently at within the United States.
I don't know, man.
So there's big dick swinging there's big issues going on in our country with immigration reform and just ICE being dickheads. There's a lot of hate right now, bro. There is a lot of hate.
I don't know, man. All of this shit is
Fuck 'em all.
above my pay grade in the sense where, I don't know. Have you ever read like one of those entrepreneurial CEO biographies like Steve Jobs or whatever? You
I
start
read the Britney Spears one.
Yeah, well, that one too.
50
Look at her.
Cent.
Look what
50
happened to her. No, there's always this weird, like behind the scenes, corporate battle that they were up against other CEOs and powerhouses or political this or political that. Almost, this is just the way that it works outside of my world. I'm not privy to any of that stuff because I'm not rich, I'm not powerful, I'm not any of those things. But what seems to be a common thread through all those fucking upper C-suite needles is that there's this shit happening all the time. Right now, it's just in the limelight because it has to do with two big personalities, Elon Musk and Trump, and they are going all in on whatever they said they were going to go all in on, and now they're having this Melrose Place kind of drama play out,
Great
and
show.
we all suffer because of it.
They told you what their plan was if they were to get in office.
They kind of...
He didn't fucking sugarcoat it. He said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
People still said, I'm in. Let's fucking do it. Well, this is what's happening, and now it's fucking unfurling itself in the most ridiculous way possible.
Except all the
dude.
Doge shit, which was like, hey, we wanted to cut a bunch of spending. We wanted to cut all this, cut all that.
But
And
did
Elon
they?
Musk was like, hey, I'm going to look at the Pentagon. And I feel like that might be where it really started. Because
man.
like, you don't...
Yeah, you go, whoa, not
you
here.
can't just say
it's
that.
over there.
Yeah, so I think that like that exacerbated that whole lovers quarrel was like Elon was put in there to cut this funding shit.
Yeah.
Then this big beautiful bill comes in. They're like, hey, by the way,
That
we're
falls
going to
into
double
this.
how
Yeah.
much you'd like to cut, but spend that much. So
I think it's just a reminder that, everyone's calling it a lover's quarrel and that they're buddies. And I know that's just hyperbole, but
Maybe they never were.
I think, well, that's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, these guys are business guys.
Yeah.
I read the autobiography, or not the autobiography, the biography of Elon Musk. Same guy that wrote Steve Jobs. And the guy is 100% just about business. He lacks that empathetic thing that you need to be a nice person.
What gave you that clue when you went on stage with a chainsaw and says, I'm coming for your fucking jobs,
or
bro?
was it the way he sent his heart out to people?
He looks at, the way that the book portrays him, and it's a pretty in-depth book. I think it's well written. I don't know the guy, so I don't have anything to go off of. But in the book,
For documentation purposes, did you read it or did you listen to it?
no, I read it.
Perdón.
I have the big. Not everybody needs to listen to their books.
Look at the big brain on Jeff.
Pop on pop. Did you listen or did you read that one?
Actually, that one does slap on the audio version.
Yeah, dude. I think that guys like that are just uber successful, the guys that are going to be crazy enough to get to that level of entrepreneurial endeavors they're going to be loose in their fucking rocker. They're just going to be weird people, and they're not going to have too much empathy for anybody else in a lot of cases. Like Steve Jobs is infamous for being a tyrant, but everybody looks at him like he's this fucking crazy, awesome CEO because
of the products he created,
of the
and
products
the technology that he pushed.
Fair enough. I don't think anybody was going to do what Steve Jobs could do, and you have to be that kind of crazy to do it.
Yeah.
And so you go, like, oh well, I wish he cared more about that guy's not going to care.
Yeah.
He got to this point based on his personality and lack of empathy probably, and now this is what you get.
It's crazy to think just exactly how insignificant we are as people in this country sometimes, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we like to hold ourselves like, oh, yeah, so we're American citizens.
I'm
and
a
this, that, and
voter.
the other. I'm a voter and I do this.
What you do matters. What you do matters.
And this and that.
Get out and vote. Rock the vote.
If these dicks want to flex and drop it, they will. They have. They're doing it. And this is just get out of the way or get fucking trampled while we're coming through.
Most people, though, I would say most people, when put in a position where morally they have to do something that's a little not what they are aligned with, or sometimes even what they're definitely not aligned with, I don't know how many people don't do what's asked of them I don't know
Well,
how many
just
people
read the
punch up.
memos where it says, "Oh, such and such secretary of this has been dismissed. Something here has been dismissed."
Yeah.
I think you got to read between the lines. There's going to be, especially under this guy's administration, bro. The first time around, Trump 1.0, the first version, every fucking month or week, it looks like he was getting rid of people.
High turnover rate.
Yeah, super high turnover rates, and you're like, what the fuck? Are people just not like falling in line with the asinine ideas he wants to do, or what's going on?
Well, Elon Musk is famous for this is the way he approaches everything, by the way. But he's kind of infamous for coming into a system, eliminating about 95 to 98% of it, like even the parts that he knows work, in an effort, and it's in the name of efficiency, and then he brings back the parts that you absolutely need. So what happens is that he'll come into let's call it a department in his business, and he'll say, erase it all, eliminate it all.
Well, he's saying that he there's instances where he's in the elevator with somebody that's within his company and his corporate structure, and he'll ask you, "What do you do here?" And if you can't give him an answer that fulfills exactly what it is you do to the point that he's looking for, chainsaw.
Yeah.
Hasta luego, compa. That's crazy, bro.
Well, they asked.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean,
I see that motherfucker. I was like, I'm going on the stairs today. I'm out of here.
But here's
bro.
the fucked up part. The fucked up part is that Elon is weird like this, where mi compa Elon, wey.
El compa Musk.
El compa Musk.
First name basis.
I'm gonna just beat you guys to it.
Big
I like that you added the to it because I got excited.
friend of the J-Lo.
One of the things is that he's weird enough to fucking fire you on the spot, go back to the drawing board, realize that you are an
needed
asset,
him.
and then he brings you back. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I think you should have some fucking human empathy. It would kind of work right now, but
They don't.
they don't.
None of them.
Because everything's systematic.
Yeah.
And the way that their brain works is very, from an engineering standpoint, it's very methodical. It's very ones and zeros. It's very ROI driven. And quite honestly, they look at it like you're just another cog in the machine.
For every citizen that's out in the streets and feels compelled to do what they got to do your thing.
Do it.
Because you got to know that there's other people doing their thing that's probably a little bit more diplomatic. They're probably handling things on both sides of the spectrum. Street justice and probably like corporate structure justice, where they're lawyering up and doing the thing.
The bullies and the nerds unite.
Sometimes you need to do both, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to do both. Sometimes both can get a little out of hand. Sometimes either one of those can be counterproducctive. So I would just say, just be careful out there.
Yeah,
Like you
at the
said,
end of the
everything
day,
in moderation.
Yeah, la neta que sí, bro. Because I feel like the more harm we're doing in streets right now is what those fuckers want, dude.
Well,
we're not too
it
far removed.
opens
100%, you're playing
gate.
right into their hand.
Martial law, I feel is probably as
Martial law.
close now as it's been in quite some time.
I'm a Ross guy myself.
And it's been put into motion by the administration. Let's fucking poke the beehive a little bit. Let's see if we can get these guys to attack fucking police officers, federal agents. Let's see what we can get these people to do.
Well, you know for a fact already that the government implements provocateurs. You already know this. This isn't something I'm making up. They will plant people into these protest environments with the intent to raise a ruckus so that they could, to your point, go in and say, hey, that guy threw a rock. It's time. That constitutes aggression. That's not peaceful anymore. Let's go.
Call Camp Pendleton, activate the Marines, send them in. That's
So you're dealing with a system that is okay doing that, which is a fucked up system.
Yeah. Be safe out there, dude.
Ugh.
Support. Hey, our family's here because of shit like this, bro.
Yeah.
And they're trying to oust future families from being here. That's some fucked up shit, dude. Everyone deserves
honestly,
that right
Honestly, it is fucked up.
to have that right for fucking the American dream and freedom. And if you're closing all legal options to do that, you better fucking figure out and do another way.
Yeah.
Because this is what's going to set the precedent moving forward, bro. Stay safe in them streets, bro. That's crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Will it come down to San Diego? Who fucking knows, bro? Like
Probably.
you said, it started kind of here already, but it kind of like they tapered off of it. We'll see what happens. But I'm not excited to see what happens, but you better pay close attention. There's a couple
Well, whatever gets
a couple protests
whatever
coming
gets
into the
spit
area
out of the
soon.
meat grinder is going to be something worth knowing. right? Because this is already in motion. It's not like, well, we don't want this. Nobody, I don't want it either, but it's in motion. So now the only thing that you can actually really do is see what's going to be the result of these two counter forces going up against each other. And that result will tell you a lot about a lot of things.
How do we protect ourselves? How do people within this community protect themselves? I see a lot of fucking propaganda online. Don't talk to any. Don't say nothing. Lawyer up. I mean, once we have,
there's a lot of people like walking around handing out cards, like that say like, "Hey, if you're approached by ICE,
these are your
if
rights.
They come into your business. Don't." Yeah,
I think that that's what you absolutely have to do. The only thing that you can do, unless ICE is really just tear gassing you in real time, is basically, I know it's weird to say the law because most people are going to say there is no law. It's lawless. But know your law, know your rights as somebody that, let's say, if you're in the hot seat, know what you can't say, know what they can and can't do, and if they do it, nonetheless, then at least you have something to stand on whenever you have your day in court.
And guns are powerful, but don't have a gun. You got a camera, and that is more powerful in a lot of cases. If someone's doing something fucked up, film that shit. Don't get involved.
There's a lot.
Film that shit.
There's a lot going on that
blast.
you can document right now. Bro.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot. Just hey, be safe, man. Be careful out there because it does seem like it's kind of lawless in these streets right now.
Well, there's a lot of people
who's really a federal agent, who's not. Let's be real. There's probably a lot of these sneaky fucks out there just kind of going in and doing their thing.
I got a flannel and some zip ties.
Look at me. Yeah, you know. You didn't have to see the thing for you. You didn't have to make that voice.
Yeah, say it in the
Alex Jones.
Barry, you can just say it in your normal voice.
That turned the friggin' frogs gay.
Isn't that crazy? It's just Alex Jones is just now the conspiracy voice.
Yeah.
Like he's the voice. Huh?
He's the guy.
Voice of conspiracy.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a hard transition, but let's talk about something else real quick, bro. Because we can talk about this ad nauseum. We, you know, if we get information on what, because I'm sure somebody's going to listen and be like, hey, there is something you can do. There is something you can do.
This is nebulous.
As soon as we get that, we will push it out.
We are not a news outlet.
We are not
We're
a news
just telling
outlet,
our perspective of what we see around us.
Yeah. Ah, man. Fuck, dude.
I got something to lighten up mood.
All right, go ahead.
What's up,
My son turned 5. We made it 5 years.
Nice. 5 years of Pete.
5 years of Pete. We had a little party up here, a little soiree, but on his actual birthday, we went down to TJ and celebrated because he likes to, you know, go down there and eat and have fun. So we took him down to, what was this place called? Telefonico?
Oh, yeah.
Gastropub. It's got like
Look at him,
whole bunch of like cool like food trucky stuff, like everything you could think of,
Oh,
from
man,
like
look at
seafood to
that. Look at
barbecue
those
and
Crocs.
shit.
Those
And
Crocs
then
are
we got him that Batman cake. He fucking mordida it himself. He just fucking boom, didn't even wait for us to say it. And then we went down
called it
the
Mordida.
He did. He did. Absolutely did. Then we went down to the Museo del Taco. That shit was bomb too.
Bro.
And
fuck the Louvre. That's
just how cute this kid is. He went to TJ dressed as Batman for the whole day. We made him take it off when he ate so it didn't get fucked up. But dude, he was Batman for that whole day. He was Batman at his party. His whole party was Batman. Like
Excellent party.
that kid's costume game is strong.
Excellent party, BJ. You
Shout
and
out
your
Fernanda.
wife-
Big
I
ups,
was
friend
gonna
of the
say,
show.
Big ups your wifey, bro. The cook,
I did the grilling.
a little lackluster. There was lines.
Could he have done
It's a
better?
long time to cook burgers
What
with
did,
a
what did he?
Blackstone.
Oh, burgers?
Yeah.
If he would have said carne asada, I would have been like, yeah, maybe. But
Burgers and dogs.
burgers and dogs, and you couldn't pull it
No,
off?
bro.
It was
there was-
windy.
My kids came to me and be like, Dad,
This
the
sucks.
burgers, they're not ready. I said,
They're
just
raw.
I said, just wait.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
There was a
I
there was a
did
problem.
hear some raw burger situations.
They were handed to me frozen. All right. Anyway. I go with the In and Out. I may not
they're
like In and Out,
tartare
but I like their
burgers.
never frozen motto. All
You
right.
classless savages.
a little
It's tartare.
Michelin, a little Michelin burger tartare.
Thank you very
bro.
much.
Also, I think you can tell people this now. You saw a white guy season food. I was back there seasoning.
Oh, tell me more about it.
He's not really a white guy, dude. BJ's not really a white guy. Barry is Latinx, bro. He's Latinx, dog.
Don't say that too loud.
He's a little. He's like a crossover, dude. He's not. He's in the middle, and I'm proud of him for that. Good on you, bro.
You're Mexican fluid.
I'm
Yes.
chulo vesteño.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's a real word, but I just said it.
Like if somebody pops in right now, you could just say, "Hey, my name is Barry."
Yeah, Barry.
But then
Friend
if
of the
someone
show.
else pops, but if our cousins show up, you can be like, "Hey, ¿qué onda, guys?
Hey, I met
Barry.
I met BJ's mom, dude.
Yeah?
She came in town.
Oh, yeah.
and, man,
Yeah,
we were
she's
both
been in
shitting
town
on
for
him,
a
bro.
week.
We were both just shitting on
Finally, an
BJ.
accomplice."
Hey, you're part of the family now.
What's been going on with you, Lozano?
Dude, we just talked to Colin, so the Unamas thing kind of getting up off the ground. Dude, I've been talking. You guys can help me with this. I've been talking to the lady. It's summertime. The kids
I don't
are
talk
out of
to ladies
school,
anymore.
and we need to do something with the kids. And quite honestly, I'm embarrassed to admit, I don't know what cool shit to do.
Okay, how
with
old are your
kiddos.
kids?
So my daughter's 7.
Uh-huh.
My son is turning 5.
Okay.
And then I have a 1-year-old.
Okay, the 1-year-old they don't have a voice in this.
No, they're
Hand that
just,
kid a spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just hanging around.
The 5-year-old, fuck, maybe not so much. They don't really care. 7-year-old's gonna bust your balls.
Look, I want to do some stuff with the kids where they're gonna like. I don't.
Do you have a zoo pass?
Camping, yes.
Camping is always
best
good.
investment of all time
Okay.
is the zoo pass.
I would say
But
go
we-
on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
We just went
Legoland too.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Your kids are the right age for Legoland. If they like Legos,
Yeah.
My kids hate Legoland. Probably because they've never been. On that token, they also hate Disneyland.
I just like when I came to San Diego, my full intent was to start fishing. I was gonna learn how to do stuff for when I had a kid. I was gonna take the kiddos out and we're gonna do all this stuff. I got a fishing license, never used it.
Reality's a motherfucker.
Dude, I
Reality
just-
will slap you in the mouth.
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, you had plans,
Yeah.
motherfucker? Hey, you had plans. But right now, today, what can I do? Nothing. I don't want to break the bank.
no.
So it's not like take them to Legoland and then to Universal Studios. And
Currently, something I kids like going to movies. Regal Theater offers like a $5 matinee here.
Still?
Like, yeah, dude.
Okay.
For sure. I think it's like on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. I think the schedule actually shifts over a little in the summer. So that, like, I already told the kids. My kids are a little older. My kids are in Little League and travel ball. So I told them, hey, I'll be taking you guys. I'll be renting like a half-hour block at the local batting cages. And I'm taking them there to do that.
Okay.
We'll be going to the zoo, like we mentioned. We'll be doing a lot of that. I'll be taking them to the movies. Their cousins are coming into town. They're from out of state. So just by proxy, they have fun. My kids are old enough that they have fun.
Yeah.
I taught them how to make baseballs out of duct tape and the newspaper, because
There you
when
go.
we were younger, like that's how we made baseballs to play in the yard. We'd have just like a broom handle and we'd break the broom handle. We'd use
well.
that. It's West Coast stickball,
Stickball,
West
baby.
Coast style, homie, West Coast style. So I showed them how to do that, and right now they play inside the house, and I'm trying to navigate those little wieners outside. So
Yeah.
you got to play that outside. So this is literally the first day of summer vacation right now. Right now is the first day of summer vacation. So there's a lot of things that
here's
I'll
something
let
you can
know.
look into.
well, look. Let's see. Chula Vista
Our
Water
friend Chula Vista
Sport.
Water Sports doing
I like
Big
this.
up
Summer stuff at
CV
Kayak.
Water
I like
Sports,
this.
friends of the show.
I like this.
Yeah, dude.
They're
This
always
looks
doing
awesome.
stuff.
Yep.
Chula Vista Water Sports, shout out. Big friends of the show. Big ups. I got confused.
Hey, Mayor John McCann is on that list right there. Go back on
Do
there.
we support him?
Shit, exciting
Big
news.
ups, John. He's a mayor of our fair city, dude. We have to.
Okay.
I had a nice conversation with him this last week, actually.
Oh.
I was invited to the Chamber of Commerce.
Bad move.
The city of Chula Vista. I don't know how it works. I don't know anything. They invited me. They sat me down with a nice little group, the table rather, for a killer company that has big aspirations and hopes. I'm going to bring them on the podcast. Just chopped it up. I feel that it is in our best interest as residents of this fair city. You go to your prospective city and do
Okay,
the
thank
thing.
you.
But here in Chula Vista, just to like kind of at least be a fly on the wall on what is going on in the direction of city of Chula Vista, where we want to go, what are the plans. I learned a lot, bro. Wifey and I went. We got all suited and booted. I got PPDs nice.
Oh,
And when
you
I don't
your
wear
nice
I
Emo
wear
Brown?
huaraches. I wear huaraches everywhere. But when I'm not wearing huaraches, bro,
He's wearing nice butt.
I was wearing my boots, bro. I pulled out my boots because it was a suit event, you know? So I was like, all right, suit, yes, tie, Hamas, never that. And I ain't talking
Not
about
even
Hamas.
that.
I'm talking about Hamas, never, dog. I was like, I'm not wearing a fucking suit, but a tie. Wear a dope little suit with a white shirt, button all the way down so my chain would show.
It feels nice.
And I was wearing
It
my
feels nice
fucking,
sometimes.
I was wearing some illicit boots. Took some pictures. I'll post them up later.
Endangered
yes,
animals?
absolutely. People, I don't even know if they're legal in some of these states. That we
Shout
live
out
in.
Paul Segura.
Big up.
I don't think you're.
Tortugas.
Oh, they were what? Jeez, bro. Take the
Segura-
kids to SeaWorld. Anyway,
Segura skin boots. But it was fun. It was awesome. It was a good time.
should I take the kids?
I might join. Take
Chamber-
the,
should I take the kids to the Chamber of Commerce?
take the kids to the Gaylord Pacific.
Oh,
That's where it was held.
They're
Which is
starting to
what I was
release
thinking.
more passes for the water park.
We didn't stay
Sounds
there.
expensive.
We didn't stay. If you stay the night, it's gonna get pricey. I've heard things on the streets. They tell me it's like 500.
Can we use the
and
Emo
up.
Brown card?
No.
We're going
They
to
will
get that clack
laugh at
clack
you.
soon. Don't you worry.
You can jump in and I believe utilize the facilities by way of a day pass or something. I don't know. Go inquire, find that shit out. But they have a
I
dope
heard they
little,
sold out, but they're like releasing slowly
on a
some
daily.
more.
You can
Yeah.
kind of go in and check in and be like, oh, daily pass. Ah, wait, what's done?
There's a lot of cool shit.
And
I want to hate it, but it's
It looks
so much
fucking
cool
huge.
shit.
first time there. Awesome, dog. Awesome. Huge ass convention center that we didn't even get a chance to look at. You kind of go in and it's just bar, restaurant, convention room,
You have me.
rooms, event halls,
You
event halls.
have me, Gaylord.
It was awesome, bro. It was awesome. Put your tramp stamp tattoo that says Gaylord property to use.
I think I'll omit the property part.
Just Gaylord.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but it's an awesome facility. Go out there. It's big. It seems like it's pricey. I spent
It's really big and heavy, so it must be really expensive.
I spent $27 on an old fashioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
why didn't you just go to the Elwood to get a better one for?
Because we were.
Bring one from the Elwood.
You could have. I could have. I definitely
Just drive with
could've.
it out the window and you're good.
Because we were at this event. I mean, you're in that position where it's like you gotta have to fucking buy something to drink. And then I bought that and I said, "You want something?" So wifey, she's like, no.
Look, wait. I don't. Going back to the summertime festivities and stuff, I don't mind dropping some cash for experiences. So if something's like completely
HK.
crazy overpriced, very overpriced. I don't mind going to Disneyland and paying $18 for a fucking churro.
Damn,
they
how much?
split it. They fucking split it. But
That's a
Star Wars
three-way
ones are
churro.
sick. These are just the fucking, you know what I mean? Those prices that are just airport prices, right? But when it's there's something weird about just it being so close. Like if it's close,
I should get a members only discount or something.
I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna pay that much for this
Yeah.
fucking shit. Where anybody coming in out of town or on a vacation would be like, I'll
Charge
happily
them.
pay this or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just like, but it's right there. Like
What's
even
up
when
with
I go to
a
the
resident discount for these facilities, bro?
the zoo though,
Zoo.
Handle
Tip
it.
top.
best
Yeah.
goddamn spot just to walk around, grab a beer, fucking let the
Plus
kids
the
just
pandas are back.
Big
My
ups
favorite
the
animal.
San Diego Zoo.
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show. This
And the
is not
safari
a
park.
paid ad, but shell out some money for that membership. The annual membership. You pay for it,
it's
and then
worth
you
it.
just go.
Hoodlum moment of the show. They don't check backpacks.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I don't
You
want
can bring in snacks. You can bring in whatever you want.
You can take home a koala.
whatever you
That's true. They don't check them on the way out. I didn't think about that either.
You can take home a little wallaby if you want to.
They're not counting them. I see the people that work there.
They have a lot of them, honestly. They
Dude,
could
we
probably
went there
use.
last month. I saw one fucking koala, dude. I was like, where are all the koalas at, man? There was one koala.
Well, you need to go
They're
to
sneaky.
They have
Nature's ninjas.
peak hours of the
Little
day.
did I know they were hunting me.
Bro,
bro.
so, hey, I learned something yesterday because we went to the zoo yesterday. And I didn't know this about koalas, but the kids wanted to get on the bus, so we took the little tour.
You're half
It's cool
orangutan.
because I could just get my beer and just fucking sit
you
down,
can.
and I'm basically at a mobile bar.
Yes, you can.
And so the guy that was the tour guide was like, "Hey, these koalas, we're coming up with koalas, blah blah blah. They might be passed out, hallucinate, whoever. They eat eucalyptus and stuff. Oh, cool, yeah. Funny thing, eucalyptus is super toxic, right? And they know it." But they keep on eating the
Addicts.
Party
eucalyptus, knowing it's toxic and it's fucking them up. And so a lot of their like lethargy, like the way that
They're just high.
tired.
I
They're just
believe it's
like,
pronounced lethargy.
I thought maybe, yeah,
Lethargy?
lethargic.
Lethargy. Go ahead.
Tomato, tomate. And so these fucking koalas are just kind of like fucking basically getting drunk off leaves
Hell yeah,
and
my
just
kinda
living
animal.
their best life. And they're slow and cute, and everybody doesn't give a fuck about
And like
them not having
98%
a
of them
job.
have syphilis.
Bro, you're in a tree all day. You're looking at all these weird ass people looking at you. I'm eating all the fucking eucalyptus I can, bro. I'm like, I'm out.
I'm asking for Dippin' Dots.
Bro, and I was like, fucking koalas, they didn't used to be my favorite animal. Now they're like the fucking coolest animal.
Time
of all
out.
time.
Let's use some proper grammar. Fucking koalas, no. Fucking comma koalas. We don't want to get into uncharted water here.
Well, a comma, you don't say the comma, you do the pause. So
Well,
fair
you
enough.
didn't
Say the
pause.
comma
You didn't
here.
pause. You just
Fair
said, I like fucking koalas.
yeah, but in your correction, when you corrected me, you fucked up and said that comma.
To make sure that you know that.
No,
You
no,
should
no, no,
put a
no. When
comma
you're
there.
There should be a pause.
describing it-
A comma is not spoken, but it's a pause.
Exactly.
In
So
this, in this example, though, I just wanted to ensure that,
That still
people
sounds
didn't
bad. I
think.
don't like
the
that.
correction would be pause.
Go ahead.
Koala.
Koalas.
Not
I feel you.
comma. Commas when you're writing it down.
I feel like both of those are better than what you did. I like fucking koalas.
Yeah, but I don't think that you corrected me.
That's going to be a new Emo Brown bumper sticker. Jeff Lozano. I like
Fucking
fucking koalas.
koalas. The new director of operations of the San Diego Zoo over here.
Let it be
dude.
known.
Hey, how about taking your kids to a Padre
Koalas are
game?
cool.
Wednesdays
Yeah, I do.
are day games, always.
Why don't you go today?
No, because it's a night game.
I have
Take it
tickets
easy.
for tomorrow.
I'll see you there tomorrow. I'm taking the whole all three of the kiddos on Wednesday. It's a 1:00 game. Yeah, taking the trolley. Kids like that shit. Just jump on-
Summertime
Dude,
activities.
just jump on the trolley. Kids are free.
and let's just
And
fucking
just
not go anywhere.
And then just cruise.
Let's just go.
You don't go very
Just
far.
We're
Anybody
just gonna
can be
go.
How
Old
about,
town.
how
Old
about something
town.
that can come to you? How about some in-home guitar lessons?
Oh shit!
Barry,
Why don't you?
do you know somebody?
Paid advertisement incoming.
Barry?
Saying.
Who do I talk to?
Hey, I shout out somebody else's business before I shout out mine.
Go
I'm
ahead,
not a
shout it out, brother. Do your thing.
Chula Vista Water Sports. They're the best.
Okay, now do you?
Okay,
Now me.
Now do yours.
Guitar lessons with BJ Desbera.
Nice,
I've worked
bro.
with
I might
children.
take
I've
you
worked
up
with
on that.
adults. I've worked with everybody. We can do groups. I have guitars if you need them, and we can. I work with all ages. It's more of a beginner, just gets you interested, gets you doing something for an hour and
Can
have
I
some
leave
fun.
the kids at home and just come take classes with you?
Absolutely.
Can I leave the kids with you and I can go run off?
Play guitar.
Play guitar somewhere else. Can I leave the kids here and go play guitar at home?
Yes.
All right, cool. Perfect. Awesome, man. Good
I'll
on you,
meet
man.
you at Gaylord and we can just play guitar on their patio. I'll join you.
Just play Margaritaville for 3 hours.
Shit.
Hey, by the way, Margaritaville, downtown, 5 o'clock somewhere.
Always.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Let's get into some Yahwehs, BJ.
Yahweh!
Oh, shit. Impeccable.
See that?
That was almost confusing.
Yep.
What's the Yahweh for the youth this week?
Oh, look at that, BJ.
I almost said the youth.
Koala frere in his mouth, bro.
I've had too much eucalyptus.
Fucking koalas.
What do we got on the Yahwehs?
You had a lover's quarrel, which we already talked about, or I don't know what this is. It might be wishful thinking, but
Just
a
click the
husband
link.
leaves
Let's
a
see.
wife
Bro,
at
this
the
is some fucked up
airport.
shit.
Wait, husband.
So here's what
On
happened.
getting Starbucks at the airport after he said they didn't have time. In a Reddit post, the man explained the situation minutes
This is
before
an
the
AI
next
voice,
leg of
by
their
the way.
journey. But the wife insisted she wanted coffee and the husband offered to get it from the market right next to their gate. He insisted, however, on going to Starbucks, which was nowhere near their gate. He told her they did not have enough time, but she went anyway
She didn't
without
listen, bro.
him. As the plane was boarding, this
have
husband
that
called his
Frappuccino.
wife 4 times to ask where she was. She finally answered on the 4th call
She
and
went to
said
the
that she
bar,
was on
dude.
her way back to the terminal and that the line at Starbucks was exceptionally long.
Barbucks.
The husband went ahead and boarded the plane after the gate agent said they couldn't hold up the flight. He full on left his wife behind.
So here's what's going on. This is what the story didn't tell you. And I don't know if you were reading the little comments on there. What happened is...
What happened?
What
What
happened?
You want some comments?
Look at this is what
All
happened.
the comments.
Dude, the guy and his wife, new wife,
New wife.
were flying to see the husband's daughter's graduation. And she did everything within her power to fucking derail it.
You've been to a
fucking-
high school graduation?
And sabotage it.
Petty.
And sabotage it.
Petty.
So she said, I want Starbucks. And the dude was like, dog, there's like a fucking... No, I need Starbucks. So he's like, okay, we're not going to make it. There's no fucking time to go. Guy said, handle your scandal. I'll wait in line. Homeboy was calling her over and over. He's like, we got to go. We're boarding the plane now. She's like, I'm on my way. There was just unprecedented amount of people at Starbucks. And he's like, all right, I'm out. He dipped.
Good move.
Awesome move. Because that's the way that the AI was narrating it didn't really allude to the fact that the guy was going
There's
out
a comma.
of state.
She forgot a comma.
She forgot the comma. He was going to go visit his daughters for her graduation, and the new stepmom was doing everything within her power to kind of fucking just fuck it all up, and she ended up getting fucked on her own. Would you leave your wife behind?
Yeah. For
Yeah?
my daughter's graduation, and she's insistent
Okay,
on
well, you guys
getting
are
a Trenta.
you guys are still together, so we're gonna flip it.
Okay.
You're visiting your mom. All right, you're gonna go visit tu mama for Easter. A nice
Nancy
little
Lozano, lovely lady.
You know, a nice little Miss Lozano. Big ups, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
We're going to Calesia to visit your mom for Easter. Esconder los huevitos, güey. Toda madre. Your wife, an angel.
All right, buddy.
She's an angel, but she's like, ¿sabes qué? No quiero ir, güey. No quiero ir, güey. And do
Well-
you leave without her?
They're just
Do
like that
you
story.
leave
No,
without
it's
her?
impossible. It's impossible to answer that with any degree of precision.
Which is why I asked it.
It's impossible. First off, you need to keep the lady happy.
Always. Happy wife, happy life.
Always.
Happy wife, happy life, hide the knife.
I like the
Yes,
third part.
that third
That's
one
new.
I never knew. If there was some unreasonable drama that was happening between them, it gets a little spicy, right? Because it's mama, right? Mom, I love you.
Yeah.
I'd do anything for you.
Thank you for life.
Except die.
Except piss my wife
because
off.
you don't want this to happen
Yeah.
to your son. Let's play the long game here.
Fortunately, Lozano, we are all happily married men who bend over backwards every day in order to make our families happy and appreciative of what we do.
But in that situation, yes.
and
she
that's
can,
it. If-
she can
if-
take a hike.
If I, God forbid, I don't want to say divorce. My wife passed. It's a better example. My wife is no longer with us.
It's a better example.
My wife is no longer with us, bro. I'm with this new lady.
She's no longer with
I've
me.
got
She's
three
no longer with
boys.
anybody.
One of my
Okay,
boys is
okay,
graduating
okay,
for fucking
okay.
college. And this lady, the new lady's like, she's busting my balls. She's trying to make me fucking just completely derail my plans. Peace and love, homie.
Later.
All right, I was already married for decades prior to
sign.
you.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
There would have been an
Make
argument and some strong words before the Starbucks at that
bro.
point.
And
It's
make
over.
that a one-way flight.
Know that.
Make that a one-way flight.
Be loyal
homie.
to the soil, homie. I ain't coming back.
Hey, that though I think is nice that they were newlyweds. He just found something out.
Yeah.
He just found out two things. One, who she is, and two,
She
what
doesn't
he
sup-
should do.
And she
What
doesn't
he
support
should do.
local. She went to Starbucks. What the fuck, bro? You go fucking Cafe Blue, bro. There's so many different places you can go visit, dude.
Big up, got on front of the show.
Big ups.
Big ups.
Big ups. Putting your look at bachelors, guys trying to determine if you want to marry your partner. If you're trying to take it to that level,
Okay.
put your prospective wife, future wife,
To the test.
in a very high stress situation.
Which
And
is
see-
what's an
Being
example?
with me is a high stress
And
situation.
see how they react to that high test situation. That will tell you a lot moving forward because being married is a never-ending cycle of stressful situations, especially when you throw kids into the situation. And this applies for women too. Throw your potential husband into this.
What is the degree of stress here?
Go to an airport 1 hour before fucking boarding, going through security,
Yeah.
running late,
Uh-oh.
figuring shit out. That'll tell you a lot about your potential partner moving forward and how they will adapt to the ever-changing world and everything that is involved with it. I think
Airports are very stressful.
already,
Unless you have global and you have TSA pre-check.
check, bro. But still, if you show up late and you have none of those things, and you're just showing up with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you're gonna go on a cross-country first vacation.
Yeah.
You know what? I might pop the question
Yeah.
to this person, but first, let's see.
Yeah, good
Let's
move.
manipulate this situation and add a little high intensity to it, and see how she or he reacts. I think
Invite your girlfriend.
Oh, God. Damn, BJ.
I was gonna say, like, I
This
don't
is
know,
BJ's last day as a married man today.
Yeah.
too.
I think
I was
think
not
that's a
cool
good
enough
move.
to score this one woman. I cannot score two at the same time.
However,
Don't worry
I do
about me.
think that there,
Citizenship is at play here.
I think there is an upper limit to the stress test.
Oh, wait, okay, yes.
How would one,
This is
Stephen?
not a fucking rule.
Stephen,
Yes,
how
sir.
would one determine what amount of stress you should basically create?
Yeah, mine was the nuclear option.
Death till you part, sickness and in health, running late,
See
or
if she
being
helps you
prompt.
bury the body.
Yeah, look at like wifey and I have been on many vacations, and she's cool as a cucumber. One, because I'm the one who did all the fucking planning usually. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, love you.
Okay, I'm
Don't want to
sure
say
she-
hero, but
But here we are. And number two, like she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool, calm and collected. Unless like it has to do with like the kids' schedule and stuff. Because there's a lot that goes, bro, you have three kiddos.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot.
My
As
wife
they get
does
older,
most of the work.
As they get older, I feel like the reins loosen up a little bit. And you can kind of get away. She was like, the kids need meal preps, like these vegetables and these fruits and this meat and the protein. And now it's like, es que mijo, una pizza. Ya, cómete una pizza. Yeah. Now it's more chill. 20 years in, mind you, bro. I mean, the game changes. But still, I think the onset in the early years, hella stressful.
Okay. Do you remember? Because I'm sure that you didn't do this.
ahead.
I don't think that you manifested the stress test so that you could determine whether she's the one.
Correct.
However,
It happened accidentally.
from a revisionist history standpoint, can you remember a situation where you're like, "Holy shit, we got through that one," and that I would recreate that.
Traveling is usually the most stressful situation in a couple that's not married. Because when you get married, finances come into play. Time management comes into play. The children, priorities, those things all come into play.
Yeah.
When you're kind of dating, like those things that come into play are like, we have a vacation, we're running late. Oh my God. Things like that.
Yeah,
I
like
feel-
a long car ride.
Yeah.
What about
yeah.
a long trip?
What about fucking hotel reservations fell through and you're already in the car heading up there, dude? I feel like it all kind of revolves around the travel.
Well, my lady's pretty cool with that. I would say.
Go ahead.
I would say that I am more of. In fact, I cause a lot of
Here's
stress.
me, me,
Well,
me.
I cause a lot of the stress, and it's not predetermined. I'm just an idiot, and so I cause a lot of the stress. So I get a lot of examples to see how my wife handles things like that because I do it all the time, but I just never fabricate it.
Not intentional.
Redheads are notorious stress line steppers.
We need more anesthesia. That's for sure.
What?
That's true. That's a biological fact.
So yeah,
Look, it's not even a joke.
that dude, I think he did the right thing.
I would have left her too.
I did.
For a
Yeah.
fucking
I
latte,
agree.
bro.
No mames.
People
bro.
in the comments would have left her too.
Let's see.
apparently, yeah?
Let's go down the comments real quick.
Oh no, you would not.
No.
It's pretty inflammatory.
I like inflammatory. That's why I go to the sauna. Do you know that going to the sauna is anti-inflammatory?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it decreases a lot of the inflammation in the organs.
Yeah.
Es lo que leí. Eso es lo que
Rhonda
leí.
Patrick, huh?
Do it again. Not there yet. Not yet there in the Rogan
We
sphere.
won't go there.
What else do we have in the Yahwehs, brother?
I got a Yahweh for you. Sound on first. Oh,
There it is.
somebody recreated the classic meme into an 8-bit.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
BJ,
laughing
where
at
were
this
you
all
during
morning.
this? You needed this. Suelo.
There's so many remixes of this video, and it always makes me happy. I follow a page that's just 365 days of Yahweh, and it's just like they post the fucking thing, and it gets likes like just consecutively.
Classic.
Me and Enrique, we both love it.
Historic. There is another Yahweh I remember I put on there. Go
which
into the
one is
Yahweh
it?
section. We're all done having kids, right?
Yeah,
That's a
I make
wrap?
sure of it.
Yeah.
Unless, well,
I heard there's reverse vasectomies through Detroit if you need to get exudes.
Well, there is reverse vasectomies, and then there's in vitro.
Okay. I can't say that.
That's
a
the Nirvana
hard,
album.
Hard word for me.
Yes, in utero.
Fortunately, we don't have to have that uber stressful moment of what will we name our child?
Uh-huh.
There is a list that just came up
Uh-oh.
of actual names that are banned in the U.S.
How can you do that?
I don't know. It wasn't an article, so
From
it
the
has to be
highly
true.
credited World Star.
World Star, according to reports, well, state laws
I guess.
differ. USBirthCertificates.com reports that there are 11 names that have been deemed illegal
Yeah.
by U.S. courts. BJ, I don't know if you have access to jump into those names, but I would love it if you did.
Well, I see Satan.
There we are.
Illegal baby names. Oh, shit.
King.
Oh,
Wait,
my
Satan
God.
is not on there.
Santa Claus is.
Wait,
Adolf
you can't name your
Hitler.
kid Santa.
I can't name my kid at.
Okay, let's
Santa
go from the
Maria.
top. Let's start at the top. Hit me with that 4-screen display so we can all see some facial.
Hey!
Hey, there we are.
All
right, let's
Okay,
go.
now you're gonna have to read them.
I'll
on
read it.
BJ.
Number
Yeah.
1, King.
Do you know anybody named King?
Oh, not by first name.
LeBron.
That's nickname. Legality
Martin
issues?
Luther King.
Well, he shouldn't be
That's
nicknamed that either.
actual.
What's that?
That is a surname. So no, I don't know anybody. How about Queen? Queen Latifah, stage name, not really her real name,
I tell you guys, speak your truth, Queen, all the time, don't I?
but that's not really a name.
Wait
You're
a
a queen
minute.
to me.
Can your name almost be like common law marriage, where if you have your nickname long enough and it's accepted by most of the world, it's your name?
I've been BJ for my whole life.
He
like
slangs
Queen?
them and he bangs them.
Prince.
Prince.
You know?
Oh, is Prince on the list?
Formally.
He's a symbol.
No Prince
now.
on the list.
Nope. It's Jesus Christ is next.
Wow.
But you can do Jesus. No, not a problem.
You could do Jesus so long as it's not followed by Christ.
What about just
What
Christ?
if the middle name is Christ?
What about
Cristo?
Christ Jesus?
Cristobal.
Cristobal.
You know, Jesus Cristobal.
They're very different.
Yeah, very different. All right, we're gonna find loopholes here. Next on the list.
The Roman numeral 3.
Why?
Okay, what does that look like? Just 3 lines.
3 eyes.
Okay.
Why can't you do that
yeah.
one?
And why is it only that one? Not any number.
Elon Musk has a kid whose name is like a
A
fucking
mathematic equation.
Yeah. So that's allowed, or is it because he's fucking South African? And
I
so
think
he
it's
has a
South
South
If
African.
it's not on the list, you can name him that.
Next one.
Next one, Santa Claus. Yeah, you don't want that confusion out there.
Oh,
I
jovial.
don't believe in Santa
Can you
Claus,
name
but-
somebody jovial?
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
it's not on the list.
Cool. Said
According to
Santa
World
Claus,
Star,
it's a synonym.
Majesty.
So there's a lot of names that deal
Wait,
with
something you name a horse,
royalty.
not a kid.
Is that your majesty? Or is that mine?
It's my majesty. It's our majesty.
Wow.
All right,
That's
next
a weird one, too.
Adolf Hitler.
Wow. Yeah, I can see the issues there.
Yeah.
Now, is it only together? Can you use
No.
them separately?
You can still be an Adolf because
I know an Adolf.
because there is still Adolfs alive.
Well, yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of Adolf. There's
know a lot
Adolf streets and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But how many Adolf Hitlers are there?
0 now.
So I get that Adolf.
Not
is
if you
still,
go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories.
well, he's somewhere in a yacht with
Apparently, he's thriving in Argentina.
Hang on, Elvis. Yeah.
hanging out. I think that Adolf you could still do, but I don't think. people
Why
do it.
would you? What would compel you to name your son Adolf?
That's a good. That's a good
Right?
question. Yeah.
Like, what would you want, dude? Kind of like that.
Especially
weenie that went
knowing
to,
now what we know.
Yeah,
But
kind of like
back
that.
then,
That dude who went to punk rock in Vegas. What was that? Punk rock bowling. What is that?
Punk rock bowling. And
rolled an SS shirt into
Yeah.
the fucking show, and he got his ass.
Yeah, you
handed
can't
to
that
do
was
that.
some motorcycle club
Yeah.
that I heard had ties to like San Diego. Unfortunately,
But like real quick, can you do Saddam? Or is it a degree
According to
of
the
atrocious?
list,
What's Saddam wrong with
list
that name?
says
Saddam Hussein?
you
Ah,
guess. Yes, you can.
Really?
See? Or
Osama?
what's another?
But guess what? You can't.
What?
You can't name your kid Nutella.
The
That
chocolate
is, but it's so
treat.
sweet.
I don't know why.
Fuck.
This
I'm
list
starting
is-
to think this list is weird.
This might be a weird list. I'm gonna look up another list, but we're gonna keep it on the Messiah.
What is a Messiah?
Well,
Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So-
coming up.
the
So
Savior?
royalty and holy names are not allowed.
Yeah, but you can name a kid Bishop. So I think there's a
Can I
degree of
name
the
my kid
holiness.
How about
Like how
Muhammad?
close you are to the.
You could name your child Mohammed.
That's true. It's
You know?
it's the most popular name.
It is the most popular name.
Yeah.
Next to McLovin. At. The sign for at.
Why not?
It would fuck up their Instagram, dude. You can't be
That's
at.
why. Is it because of that? Because of their email?
Yeah, I mean,
At.
you'd
So
be
just
fucking
like
Mars
how-
Attacks just running on
Just the actual logo.
Yeah.
I can name my son at.
Sure, you could.
At
Why
Garcia.
Wait
wouldn't
a
you?
minute, but then how about an exclamation point?
I don't think at is really what that is either. There's like an actual name for that. I'm just stupid. Ampersand?
No,
That's
no,
the-
that's
that's
the
the
and.
Yeah, that's the and
That's
guy.
the and. Yeah, there is a name for
Crooked
that
S.
at thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, keep going.
Last but not least, and I know this is going to bum you out because this was on the table when you
Please tell
had
me
your
it's
last
not
child.
Jeffrey.
1069.
What the fuck?
1069.
What about W9?
How about I-9?
Totally fine.
How about the 8 South?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oof.
Yeah, so that's
5
the,
South.
that's
Before
the
we were
World
gonna
Star
name
list.
the
I'm gonna
brewery-
look up another list though. That seems a little.
Before we were going to name the brewery Three Punk Ales,
Yeah.
I was flirting with the name
Satan?
5-4 South. And it was going to be the written version 5 and then 4 numeric South. All one word. And I
Why
think
didn't you do it? Does it
too
have something to do
confusing?
with
I feel
the
like it was
Star
going
of
to be
David?
too segmented to the hood that we belong to, too demographically exclusive, you know. And I feel like that was probably the wrong way to go.
Well, I'll be the first to tell you that list made no sense to me.
0 cents.
But you know what? I got to give it to him because it seems like World Star knew what the fuck they were talking about.
Oh, who did they rip it off from?
Google.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, apparently King, Queen, Jesus Christ, Santa Claus, Majesty, Adolf Hitler, Messiah, 3,
Blank
1069.
space.
That was funny though.
Wow, dude.
Roman numerals are not allowed as part of a name.
There you
unless
go.
it's the suffix.
Oh,
I'm
so they
Esteban
just
Garcia
used,
the third.
used an
example,
example of
yeah.
the whole basically
All right.
family of things that you can't do. All right, that makes sense.
Thank
Names
God
seen
we
as
don't have
resembling
kids that we
official
can name,
titles like King and Queen and Majesty. Yeah, I like the explanations for these. It makes it better. The name has been rejected. Jesus Christ for inappropriate official records. Adolf Hitler's banned due to its association with historical atrocities.
That one makes sense.
Yes.
The 1069 and at, these are examples of non-alphabetic characters or numerals that are not permitted.
I don't know. Though.
Nutella is a brand name, so apparently you can't name your kid any brand name.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Patagonia, go to your room.
Fig Newton.
Why did you go with Patagonia? You're such a lord.
North Face, Patagonia, get out of here.
North Face, venga pa acá.
Spanx. I'm not gonna tell you again.
Nutella's a brand name. Yeah. Santa Claus is a name considered closely tied to a mythical figure. So Loch
So
Ness
what?
Monster, can't do it.
Chupacabras?
Sasquatch, probably not going to happen. Chupacabra.
Chacuis.
Loki.
Chacuis. Do you know what chacuis means?
No,
Do you know what chacuis means?
Educate me.
chacuis-
you can't name your kid that.
No,
I
you
know
can't.
that.
It's kind of a synonym derivative of
Chupacabra.
Satan, Lucifer, el chacuis. Really? When I was little, they used to say, te va a agarrar el chacuis. Pórtate bien, porque te va a agarrar el chacuis. I was like, whoa, shit.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's just like go to your room or you can't watch TV or something.
Oh, no, we're Catholic. I mean, we were fucking.
Apparently you can
Yeah,
also
bro.
not name your child a... Oh, in some states,
What?
you can name your child a swear word.
Ooh.
fuck.
Only
There it
some
is.
states prohibit obscenities. So I really fucked up by not looking at the list of names. We can name my kid here. I would love to have shit, Jizbera.
Shit.
It's a nice word. I
Okay,
like shit.
hold on. What swear word that we all consider a swear word would you actually name your child?
Fucking beautiful Garcia.
You need the comma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking beautiful Garcia.
But you can't put a comma in a
The
name.
first.
That's a non-alphabetical name.
God damn it.
Well done. Hey, let's talk about some giveaways, bro.
Let's give away.
Let's do some giveaways. Let's
Did
get.
you
Let's
do a
get back
giveaway
to-
last time?
We did get it. Hey, big ups to the winners, man. We went in there. We sent a couple of tickets. I haven't gotten any feedback on how the show was. The show was for the Dickies, the Jack Trippers, and the headlining band is escaping me right now. Oh, Screeching Weasel.
Screeching Weasel.
What a good time. What a good time. I had people that actually went, not winners, that told me the show was epic. There is a new show that we'll be giving away for the North Park Observatory. Stand by. We'll be announcing it today on the Instagrams, and we'll get you going. There is a mariachi event.
Mariachi USA.
We have confirmed it is not an ICE entrapment.
Okay.
Are we sure?
That's what they want.
Who's
That's
in the
what you want
confirming?
thing, dude. If I was sending something on, I'd be like, come to the Mariachi USA already sounds sneaky as fuck.
Yeah, some dude named Santa Claus probably.
Mariachi USA.
Told
equivalent
you
to-
That's
about that.
mariachi.
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 So what do we got for that, dude?
You have to go. Well, the last time we talked about it, you said you had to go on Paulina's last post and say something to catch our attention. But I don't think that's a good idea because we have some very inflammatory people out there doing inflammatory things. So what about do something?
Going on yours.
Yeah, go on mine.
So
Go
what we're
on
going to
mine.
do is we're going to say Mariachi USA Festival presented by Verizon.
Can't name your
Oh,
kid
is
that.
that
You can't even get that. Dude.
okay?
What if I name my kid Verizon? Though?
Saturday, June 14th is the actual event. Okay. At the Rady Shell in San Diego, already a top tier venue in San Diego, a whale's
nice.
vagina.
Very nice.
Thanks to Roddy Productions, 4 tickets, specific local pickup. So the pickup is going to be at 3 Punk Ales.
So they ain't mailing it to you.
We're not mailing it. There's no digital. It's actually local pickup only. There is a link that we're posting today as this episode drops, and you just go on there, pop your email on there. We put it into a generator. We're going to choose 2 winners, 2 tickets each to go check out Mariachi USA, the event here at the Rady Shell on June 14th. That's a sábado.
Like that.
I heard there's going to be fireworks.
There's always fireworks on the bay, my friend.
Tú cáele.
Take your kids. One more thing to do.
Summertime.
Win
One
some
more
tickets.
thing
Take them
to
for
do.
free.
Yeah. Lozano, anything for you to wrap up before we hightail it out of here? on
Yeah,
this week?
next time that we do this, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth.
You
But
can do it now. Don't be scared.
The Curiosity Dinner. Bill Oakley, a former Simpsons executive producer and showrunner. He's been involved in Mission Hill, Portlandia, and now he's a foodie. But not the foodie that you're thinking of, a better foodie. He actually does like in-car reviews of fast food and chips and fucking frozen pizzas and all this bullshit food that's incredibly delicious. He sits down and he reviews it. He's been on the Travel Channel on Foods That Built America. But anyways, Bill Oakley presents an American culinary curiosity dinner. We got 2 coming to San Diego. One is going to be at Ballast Point Brewing Company.
Very nice.
And the other one's going to be
Friends of the
at
show.
my boy's spot, Pony Boy.
¿Qué onda con el Pony Pan?
Your
At
Pony Boy.
Pony Boy in Point Loma.
And you'll be
attached
giving
to
away
the
tickets,
infamous
or what are we
Pearl
doing?
Hotel. I want to do one. I don't have the details just yet to do the giveaway, but yes.
We're just wetting the beak today.
Oh, yeah. More
Mojando
details to
los
come.
huevos.
So real quick, just if anybody's interested, they can go into follow Bill Oakley first off, and then you'll get more information. But essentially what it is that he's doing like this traveling dinner where he's been to different spots in the United States, and kind of like Detroit style pizza or Chicago hot dogs, there's hundreds, if not thousands, right, of foods like this that are very
California
provincial.
burritos.
Exactly. I want to have a conversation about this next time, about what constitutes a San Diego staple food that you really can't
Fish
get
taco.
anywhere. No, but that you really can't get anywhere outside of that area. So there's a
Good
difference.
Mexican food.
I'm not talking about the Caesar salad where you got to go to Tijuana. No, because it's become kind of universal and ubiquitous, right?
Yeah.
These are foods that really outside of that spot where they originated, you can't even find them.
Deep fried Snickers at the Del Mar Fair.
Something
Hell yeah.
like
well,
that.
you can get that at any state fair now.
Why are you shitting on everything that we suggest?
Because I'm a foodie and I want to keep this legit.
He's bringing this menu, and it's going to be a coursed menu of all of these different dishes from different parts of the United States. Like I said, that you really can't get outside of that specific region, and he's going to bring them to San Diego. It's going to be a little bit more proximal to Comic-Con, so this is happening in mid-July. Dates to come. I think Pony Boy already has their date, but I do want to do a giveaway. So next time I'll have those details ready to rock.
You know what I want to give away? I want to give away this little horse that I made. This is
No, Steven, it's beautiful.
Hey, dude, I made this, bro.
I know you
I
did.
made this. Let's talk about
I
that
know
real
you
quick
told
before
us.
we dip out of here.
No, you told us a lot.
It does not suck, sir. I made this with my own.
I've been hanging on this button for so
I
long.
asked Chicle, does this mean I'm an artist now, dude? Because I made this. I made a caballito down.
Are we just glossing over that pitch that I just made for the culinary dinner?
Bill
Because
Oakley,
of your
everybody.
little fucking
Bill
horse?
Oakley, everybody. Los Simpsons.
Deep fried Snickers.
I'm with it.
Oreos too.
Honestly, dude, just follow his
Bloomin'
page.
Onions.
It's fucking awesome.
You better give away some fucking tickets, bro.
I will.
You better, like, to us.
Hey, you don't
Yeah,
tell
I
me
better
what
win.
to
Like
do.
to us, bro.
You don't tell me what to do. But if you're a big fan of The Simpsons, dude, he like when Simpsons went on that Emmy winning spree, that was because him and his partner were like the executive showrunner. So he's
Matt
the one
Groening?
he literally wrote Who Shot Mr. Burns. He wrote Steamed Hams. He wrote Marge Gets a Job. Like all of these episodes were him and
Iconic.
iconic. So follow his page.
Will do.
All right.
Will do.
That's good.
Big fan.
That's
BJ,
good.
anything to promote before we get out of here?
Yeah, I got shows all month. So look me up, cbbj.music. That's not me. That's not me. That's me. Hi.
There it is.
cbbj.music. Follow me there. That's where I'll put all my shows. I do have a 3-punk show coming up.
Do you?
Yeah. The
When?
28th, I believe, is the day we
there it
selected.
is,
It's a
everybody.
Saturday. A
News to me.
rare
News to me.
Saturday.
I
So
love Saturdays.
come on in. We're going to do it'll be a late one again. The last one was an early Sunday. We're going back to the late crowd. It'll be 6 to 9 again. Be a good time.
Okay, well, let's make sure that you don't overlap the calendar again.
That's what I asked you, sir. You're supposed to know these things.
Sorry, POD.
Sorry. I said, hey, check your calendar. See if this date is available. That's all I said.
Get your bikes ready. Put some air in those tires. We're hitting the road again, bro.
Where are we going?
We might be going on a bike ride this month, man. I think we're going to do it sometime in the latter part of June. And we'll be visiting the big homies, Uno Mas, on Adams Avenue. We got to find out a route. I don't know how
Let's
far
find out
that
the
is,
dates,
bro.
though. Remember, we're revving it up. So
We're not giving dates yet because I don't know when they're opening.
exactly.
So let's ease
We're just
up.
wetting the beak.
I just heard it's at the end of June. Hey, that's a wet ass beak.
This beak is soaking, dude.
Little known fact
al
at
dente.
Uno Mas, they have an appetizer called wet beaks.
Oh.
It's
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Why wouldn't I, dude? I'm the best.
And if they didn't, they do now.
Oh, man. Thank you guys for watching. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, and everywhere your little heart desires. Big up to all the sponsors and you, Lozano.
No,
I like
you.
you. I like you.
I like
you a lot.
And I like Barry, and I like everything about this.
Oh, shit. There it is.